Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen. I'm Natan Vrosky, your host with the most. You are here at the Frequency of Abundance. I'm so happy you joined us today. We are rounding off. I can't even believe it, man. Wow. So, season 5, week 3. This week is all about ascend. This is next level expansion and impact. So, here we're rising into your power, your purpose, your potential. This week it's all without burnout, without hustle, without misalignment. We're tuning in on a daily. If you haven't noticed where you were, we've got captivating talks for you 7 days a week. I'm going to put some contact information in the chat. Boopity boop, doop, you're in. So now you can reach out anytime you want, connect on any level, and have some fun. This week, we started with Motivational Mondays, which was crazy, and we were scaling your energy for bigger impact, growth without burnout. Today, on Transformational Tuesday, we're leading with magnetic energy, becoming irresistibly influential. Tomorrow, Winning Wednesday is going to be energy and creativity, unlocking innovative potential. Thriving Thursday, we've got energy resilience, thriving through challenges and change. And then on Fearless Friday, because we go Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern, Fearless Friday is going to be collective energy and conscious collaboration. Wow, try that 3 times quickly. Collective energy and conscious collaboration. And it's the power of community frequency. So it's a beautiful feeling when you go beyond just client lists and build communities. Then the weekend. When the weekend comes, we've got Soaring Saturday. Weekends are 3 in the afternoon Eastern. I want you to take a midday break and a mid-weekend break. That way it's going to serve you the best. Now, a little Greek mountain tea for the throat. If you can hang with us till Sunday, my goodness. Sunday ends the season and it ends the week. Next week we start binge watching 3 episodes a day and we air that out for you live. Now, Sunday, we'll be integrating energy mastery. And that Soaring Sunday will end with sustaining your ascension daily. So we're going to have some fun in the sun. I wanted to make sure that you knew if you had any comments, if you had any questions, if you want to help the algorithm bump us and get us on out there to help more people out in the world and stuff, I would appreciate it. It would be a beautiful blessing. We are here because the beautiful Allura Creative Agency is the only not-for-profit public relations house in the world. And what we do is hunt whales. So if you're looking for C-suite executive leaders, if you're hunting the big fish, they have a way to do it that's proprietary. And it blows a dog whistle to C-suite executive leaders. So if you're a coach, healer, therapist, specialist, if you're hunting those type of giant groups and giant contract sizes, reach out. We have a feeling that we might be able to help. And here's a 1-minute video that'll explain a bit more, because if it serves you, being a not-for-profit, being invitation only, being a group that handpicks the people it works with, if you're one of the people it picks to work with, it will change what you do and how you do it. There's only 3 things that they do: visibility, credibility, and a wider target audience, and they increase all 3. So if you've already spent the time and money on brand, and you're like, okay, now I need the visibility, the credibility, I need the good stuff. How do we get that?
I'm sure you've heard the news. There's a game-changing PR house in town. At Allura Creative Agency, we specialize in bringing visionaries together. As the first and only not-for-profit public relations house, we offer exclusive, invitation-only events tailored for C-suite leaders, executives, professionals, and founders. Imagine this: you co-hosting an event alongside top industry leaders, seamlessly connecting with your ideal clients. Our done-for-you approach means we handle everything, from getting butts in seats to your co-host, personally introducing you and your unique offer. Founded during the global lockdown, Allura was born out of a commitment to empower coaches, healers, and experts. Today, we continue that mission by providing a platform for you to shine and expand your influence. Join our exclusive community and experience the power of authentic connection. Discover how Allura Creative Agency can elevate your brand and help you unlock your full potential. Curious? Book a time to speak with us today and step into a world of endless opportunities. Allura Creative Agency, elevating brands and inspiring leaders. Won't you join us today?
There you go. So if that helps and if that serves you, please reach out. As all roads point on back, we wanted to make sure you knew where you were and where it was available. If you wanted to jump in on the Frequency of Abundance, this is a free group. That's why we just gave you a word from our sponsor, Allura Creative Sponsors, is to make sure that you can go on LinkedIn, type in the Frequency of Abundance, click groups, boopity boop, you're there. If you wanted to join us over at the, there's a small paid community that's private and invitation only, but it is tens of dollars a month, so the cost isn't the issue. It's, does a community serve you? Or did you want to go at this alone? There's an old African expression that if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go with the group. So you decide where on your journey you are right now. If you need to go fast, if you need to be you by you, go. Maybe some of the things that you'll hear today can help strengthen and give you some resilience in your personal quest, in your personal journey that you're about to take. If you feel that you've done your personal journey, you're done your personal quest, and it's time to have a community support you, reach out. We were waiting to say hi. Now, in today's episode, leading with magnetic energy, becoming irresistibly influential. So you know when those people walk into a room and they just shift the entire vibe? If you want to be one of them, that's what today's episode is about. So we're tapping into the energy that attracts, not chases. We're leading with presence, not pressure. We're building influence through authenticity and alignment. We're becoming the kind of leader that people feel even before you speak. So no more forcing, no more faking, just powerful, magnetic you. The real influence isn't loud, it's aligned. So if you're picking up what we're putting down, give a comment, give a like, give a share. We would love to hear that. Now, if you're becoming the leader people feel before you speak, influence without force, attraction without effort, presence without pretense, what is it? What is magnetic energy? Well, if you do, like I said, if you ever notice how some people don't have to say a word to shift the energy in a room, they just are. That's magnetic energy. So it's not just for a chosen few, it's trainable. Let's unlock yours. Now, one of the nuggets would be magnetic energy is energy alignment between your intention, your presence, and your values. It's not going to come off if you're going to be going against your values. It's not going to come off if your intention isn't clear and there. And it's definitely not going to work if all of that together makes your presence shaky. So it's not louder energy. It's clearer energy. People feel energy before they process words. You can feel my energy before you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. And that's neat. It's neat that you can do that. It's neat that you can have that ability, and it doesn't matter where you go with it. People feel energy before they process words. So ask yourself, what am I radiating today? You start your day with that intention setting, not just task planning. It's not just a to-do list. So let's do an internal alignment. Then we'll have external impact. As within, so without. As below, so above. The basic Hermetic principles. A nugget here would be that inauthentic energy repels. Authentic energy aligns. It attracts. So think magnets. So two negatives, yeah, I know mathematically they equal a positive, but energetically they don't. They just equal more negative. One negative person gets together with a negative, and then you just go, ah. Like those two guys in the Muppets that used to be up in the grandstand there, and all they ever did was just complain. And I'm like, yep. And they loved it, and they had a blast doing it. So in their negativity, they found happiness. They were internally aligned, go figure. And that's why they were so happy doing that. That hopefully isn't you. Focus on the most magnetic leaders. They're congruent. Their actions match their essence. Your body language, your tone, the emotional state, they always broadcast. So make it intentional. Look at what you're saying, even when you're not speaking. And then your internal alignment connects with external impact. Now, look at a simple exercise. And this is one that, excuse me, this is one that it's deceptively simple. But I wonder if when you do it, if you just can feel the same results and remind yourself not everything needs to be difficult, not everything needs to be a struggle, not everything needs to be a challenge to overcome. I know we talked that happiness equals progress, and progress clearly means you have to go above and beyond obstacles and strife. Not always. Just sometimes you get to relax. Sometimes you get to just go along for the ride that we call life and just enjoy this a bit more. So, in that context, 3-point presence check. Number 1, deep breathe in through the nose. Hold. Out through the mouth. Slowly. Hold. Feel your feet. As soon as you feel the tingle in your feet, you're connected. Ask yourself, what is the energy I choose to lead with right now? If you were journaling, you could give yourself a journal prompt. You could say, what's one area in my life where I'm leaking energy by not being fully myself? If you're looking at ways that you waste emotional energy, they're a huge, huge leak. We talk about if you have physical energy that's draining you because your knee hurts or something. You're like, ow, my knee hurts. I'm like, okay, that's just a physical pull. What would be stronger than that? Well, let's say you had a mental, that was just a nagging thought going round and round and round your head. Stop, drop down, do a push-up. I don't care if you can or not. Force yourself to drop. The act of doing it will blank your mind from what it's thinking and what it's repeatedly going around in a circle. And it'll force you to go, oh, we're doing this? Yeah, guess we're doing this, okay. And it puts your hands out and it saves your life. And that expensive dental plan. So in that, what I want you to look at is if that can be completely broken by simply not having your mind on track. And then all of a sudden, your body goes, well, wait a minute. Okay. So then if my mind can be distracted by so mental can be blocked by physical? Right. And then physical can override the mental. Well, then what overrides the physical? I'm like, emotional. So you're like, so my knee hurts and you're saying emotional can override that? I'm like, you can have an emotional happiness or an emotional sadness that's so intense and so strong that you forget about your physical pain. You forget about the nagging mental thought. Raise your hand and let me see if that's ever happened to you. That's why emotional energy is the strongest of the 3, because it can override the other 2. That's why wasting emotional energy is the worst, because it is not just a little leak in the balloon. It's popping the whole balloon. It's completely gone. It's completely done. This is where we're coming from. Oh, good morning. Good morning, and thank you for the sunshine, April. I appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. So, jumping in. If we're looking at ways that you don't have to convince people, just connect with your truth, the influence becomes and begins with how you feel about you. It's going to be extremely difficult for you to come across as a confident, happy person when you're not. Back to inauthentic, right? So your energy is going to speak louder than your words. One of the nuggets I want to look at is your nervous system. So if we're influencing others with what we give off, much, much more than your resume ever will, look at the calm. Calm is magnetic. Clarity is magnetic. Certainty, without arrogance, is magnetic. There's a beautiful Japanese word, which I'm not going to try to butcher, that talks about the confidence that comes from years of hard-earned, hard-won. And whenever you do an activity for years that makes that unshakable, unquestionable confidence in yourself, that's clarity, that's calm, that's certainty without arrogance. Look at an action challenge. Let's do a quick energy audit. So, on paper, on pen, or just in your head, let's rate from 1 to 10 right now. No projections for future self, just right this second. Physical energy, 1 to 10. Right now, it's morning. How you doing? How you feeling? 1 to 10. Emotional clarity. Are we equanimous? Your big word for the day. Are we neutral? The short version of that word. How are we doing today? So come through in your own way for you. Because when you put your own mask first, everybody, and you are a universe, not unto yourself. You are there for all of us. We are there for all of us. Because none of us is as smart as all of us. We need collectivity. So now, we're giving ourselves a rating, 1 to 10, physical energy, 1 to 10, emotional clarity. Now let's look at 1 to 10, mental focus. If right now you had to jump deep, deep work, right now, your deep work, whatever that is to you, how close to it are you mentally ready to go? What's the acuity look like? And lastly, 1 to 10, purpose alignment. I'd like you to look at anything less than a 7. There's an opportunity to increase your magnetism. If you're feeling like, oh, this is at a 4, well, that's something that we can play with. That's something that we can bring up. We're looking at physical energy. You're like, yeah, well, that's not something that you know what to do, right? From the quick little biohack cheats, to the espressos and the obvious things like caffeine or exercise or deep breathing or journaling or going for a run. So many ways to mess with your physical energy. Less on your emotional clarity. Less ways to play. That you might need a bit of an expert for. Your mental focus? No, lots of ways you can do that, and everyone knows of a lot of them. Not so many on purpose alignment. So it's interesting, right? When we look at things that are very common knowledge, we're seeing that, I know how to do this, and I know how to do that. And you're like, well, then why wouldn't you know how to do these? They're right there. They're right there. That's the key. Oh, wonderful. We got some ratings. Good job. 6, 9, 5. Boom. Proper. Well done. Well done. So in that scope, the only things I'm looking at are the physical, which can, like I said, we can hack and you know what to do. Look at the beauty on intention. Your intention numbers are off the chart, April, so you are where you're supposed to be. That's the hard stuff. The rest is easy. The rest we just play with energetically as a small tweak. You got an espresso machine and you're like changing the grind size ever so slightly. That's it. It's minutia. It's fine tuning. It's a little bit of frequency adjustment. And this is the frequency of abundance. So very glad to have you with us. Now, if we're looking at micro mastery, so a daily pre-call ritual, 1 minute of breath work. When we look at breath work, we can look at the breath work that calms us. Say box breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. We can also look at breath work to completely drop us down a level or two in state. Alpha, beta, theta, right? Like drop us down a level in state. So that's when we'd look at more of, and it doesn't matter what it's called, just remember what it does. You're looking at inhale for 4. You're looking at hold for 6. Exhale for 8. This resets your paranervous sympathetic system. That's a different hack. If we look at, well, can I use breath work? So on one end of the extreme all the way down to dropping states, what's the other end of the extreme? Something like Wim Hof breathing, Tibetan or Siberian yogic and shamanic breathwork practices, where it's we'll do that 30 times. And then from there, hold. Exhale fully and hold. And know that you're going to be playing at a level where you're like looking at a countdown going, how the hell am I holding my breath for 2.5 minutes? What is going on? I'm not a deep sea diver. I did not train for this. And you don't feel lightheaded. You don't hyperventilate because the focus of the breath is equal in and equal out. A lot of the hyperventilating comes from a very big inhale, a little exhale, or a little inhale and a huge exhale. You're tricking yourself, and it's changing the hemoglobin and the bio nature. So in this scope, know that breathwork is that powerful, and you can mess with it any which way you like. Daily pre-call ritual, 1 minute of breathwork. 1 minute powerful affirmations. I am all that I need to be. Much more abundance is on its way to me. I am blessed, and I will receive. Good, you need to give. Great, you need to learn to receive. So pick one image in your mind of how you want others to feel after the interaction. You walk by and let's say you have just the lightest hint of an incredible scent, a perfume, your natural scent. And as you walk by, somebody just goes, That way that you influence them with smell is the way that you can influence them energetically. So as you walk by, how do you want others to feel after the interaction with you? Play on that level. Have yourself some fun. Now, if for whatever reason you're looking at it like we talked about in the beginning, that hey, maybe I'm not interested in going fast. Maybe I'm not interested in going at this mission quest and vision quest and journey on my own. Maybe I do want more assistance instead of figuring this out on my own. Okay, let's look at the absolute top level. If you and I want to play together, there is a personal momentum retreat. It's an invitation-only mastermind for about a handful of people that want to pop in and play with an Olympic elite energy coach. That, if you don't know my background, I've been doing energy work for about 30 years. I started with Cirque du Soleil acrobats, Olympians, national sports teams, wrote a couple best-selling books, Personal Momentum and Moments of Power. And where I come from is about, like we talked about earlier, not wasting that emotional energy, being the most vampiric and just drains us completely dry. So where I'm looking energetically is giving the mental, physical, and emotional tools to help change your energy, to go up, down, and neutralize as you see fit. That's why it works best for peak performers, people who already know what level they should be at, give themselves a pulse check and go, crap, I'm at a 4, I need to be at a 9. Perfect, do this. If that's you, if you'd like to come, here's your invitation.
Meet Natan Verkovsky, Elite Energy Coach, helping top performers break limits, activate their energy, and achieve unstoppable momentum. Welcome to the Personal Momentum Retreat, an exclusive experience designed for executives, entrepreneurs, and visionaries who demand more from life. Every month, top performers gather to master powerful mental, physical, and emotional drills, strategies used by world-class leaders to unlock peak performance and resilience. At this retreat, you won't just learn, you'll experience transformation, shift your energy, break through barriers, and build unstoppable momentum. Get a sneak peek at our weekly preview event, happening every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Experience firsthand the mental, physical, and emotional drills that will change your game. Success is not about working harder. It's about activating your personal momentum. Reserve your spot today.
There you go. You've been officially invited. So know that that is the one-on-one. You can work one-on-one. You can come to a small private group retreat. Those are the highest levels to play. If you go, I would like to go to one of those things, but I don't have the time. I need to be in a group. I like that. I don't want to have to do this one by one, but how do I figure it out? Because I'm all over the world and the time zones and the different... Oh, we got you. So my beautiful wife, Carolyn, and I, she's a subtle energy guide. I'm an elite energy coach. We come from the yin-yang opposite sides of the world in terms of energetic. Now, with both of us, if you were thinking in the world of IT, she's hardware, I'm software. That's an easy way to look at it. Now, if you're looking at a personal wellness retreat, I've got half a dozen incredible friends of mine that are all speaking like the Lama Tantrapa and other incredible, mystic, wonderful people from around the world. So in that scope, with those people, it's complimentary and it's available on demand. So you can click on it, start off in the beginning, and watch the entire summit all the way through in order as it goes, as if you were there, and you can stop and pause whenever you want, and you don't have to time commit. And you can have all the access to everything for free. The joy of being a not-for-profit. We get to give back and have some fun. So let's focus on embodied influence. Let's show, don't shout. Magnetic leaders don't talk about how powerful they are. They embody it. If you have to tell people you're the king, you're not the king. Consistency in energy is going to equal trust. And trust is going to equal influence. So your signature framework is going to go around. Look at those 3 A's of magnetic leadership. Look at awareness. Tune in before you turn on. Look at authenticity. Show up as you are, not your role. Look at alignment. Say yes, only when it's energetically aligned. I know it sounds fun to say, the answer is yes, now what's the question? And that's great to go down the road willy-nilly in life, but at one point, it needs to be more intentional. Focus on that, because the power of that yes is equally as powerful as you saying energetically no and setting that boundary for yourself. Now, in the contemplation, in that focus, in knowing where you need to push, these are your next steps into that magnetic you. Reflection. What does your most magnetic self look like? What's one shift you can make today? Just one little one. One little one every day gets you 37% better. Ooh, not 37%, my bad. 37 times. 3,700%. Wow. You know what? We're not going to do math this morning. We're just not. We're going to look at the obvious. What's one shift you can make today to embody more of that? Now, in a closing exercise for you, I want to magnetize your day in 3 minutes. Number 1, you visualize your most powerful, grounded, irresistible self. 2, you feel the energy in your chest, in your breath, in your face. You feel those tingles. 3, you walk into your next room, your next call, your next email from that state. So let's go in and practice a little presence. Now, if you know someone who this could help personally for themselves, because then they may be able to help it with family and friends and peers and loved ones, or professionally, because they're a coach, healer, therapist, specialist, and these might be little tools that they can put into their energetic toolbox to help their people. We're all in a role to help others. The tide rises all boats. So if you can, first and foremost, put you and your mask on first. You can't be broke and help the broke. You can't be poor and help the poor. You need to energetically be rich so that you can energetically be abundant enough to be in the frequency of abundance. And then you can give. And then, as we talked about, you need to learn to receive. Your gifts are so beautiful and so big to the world. Don't be surprised when they come back. multiplied many times out with the universe saying, thank you, because you're there for others. It's a completely different way to play. Now, before we go closing, I wanted you to get invited. This was the retreat I talked to you about. It's free. It's video on demand. It's available and accessible for you. All you need to do is just reach out. But I'd love to see you there.
If you don't like mundane routines but still want to grow, then this online virtual retreat is your golden ticket. Imagine rejuvenating your mind, body, and spirit while connecting with a tribe of like-minded healers, coaches, and experts. At the Personal Wellness Retreat, we believe in the power of holistic growth, where personal wellness meets professional development. Our retreat offers flexible packages designed to fit your needs and budget. From free access all the way to premium mastermind workshops, every tier is packed with value. Experience dynamic coaching sessions, guided subtle energy activities, masterminds, hot seats, and invaluable networking opportunities, all from the convenience of your home. Escape the ordinary and embrace your extraordinary potential. Ready to rise with us? Click the link below to register and secure your spot today. Invest in yourself, elevate your impact, and transform your life. Your journey to wellness and success starts here. Join the ultimate wellness retreat for healers and coaches because you deserve to thrive.
I believe you deserve to thrive. If you look at us, and that's just a cute small collection of us giving back, a handful of us on Evergreen Summit, available for you, video on demand whenever you need. What if we leveled up that a lot and put a huge magnifying glass on that? Well, then I'd want you to come pop by and play with us over at the World Resilience Summit. Contact information and the link to sign up is in the chat. Obviously, it's a not-for-profit, so there's no cost for you to attend. And you'll be joining 10,000 other virtual people and myself and the incredible Lama Tantrapa on stage with 25 other incredible world leaders talking about personal, national, and global resilience. So the World Resilience Summit, come on by, say hi. We'd love to see you there. It's going to be epic. For today's episode, as we round out and finish, leading with magnetic energy, becoming irresistibly influential, look at caring for others, right? So when I say share this episode with a friend or a team leader who needs to feel seen or feel real again, that's you being kind and helping others and them going, wow, that's really thoughtful, thank you. Magnetic energy isn't something you add. It's what's revealed when you strip away everything that's not you. A good sculptor doesn't add clay. He chisels it away till all that's left is the original vision that he had when he started. The more you align with who you truly are, your purpose, your values, your frequency, the less you're going to have to push. And the more you're naturally going to pull the right people, the right opportunities, the right outcomes towards you. Be real, be rooted, be radiant. That's the energy that the world is waiting for. That's what we need more of. And that's what I'm going to be here for you tomorrow. Can't wait to see you. Frequency of Abundance is going to be something that I would love you to play in. Personally, if you want to be a guest, if you want to be on the show, if you want to be interviewed, if you wanted to come to the wonderful, wonderful Evergreen Personal Wellness Retreats. What if you want to be a speaker? What if you want us to produce events for you? What if you want to play with an energy coach? What if you wanted to play in an energetic group? All roads point back to come say hi. We'd love to have you play in our